In July 24, the Art Meets Science Foundation Herbert W. Franke hosted the Generative Art Summit at the Akademie der Künste in Berlin. The conference brought together the pioneers of art and research from around the world who have shaped the algorithmic art scene over 7 decades. In recent years, AI art has also attracted the interest of a general public. The two-day conference therefore also addressed the controversial debate about its role in the creative process.
A few years ago, when I was saying I'm an AI artist, everyone was like, oh, that's so interesting. What are you doing? You're training your own models. Wow. Now I'm in the part of the cycle where I say I'm an AI artist, and everyone's like, wait a moment, like, I can explain. I'm not using Midjourney. And, like, you have to justify yourself because we are at this kind of hype cycles.
Its role in society was also addressed in the grand closing event with scenes from the novel The Orchid Cage by Herbert W. Franke.
And I would ask all people now to come in, sit down in our cyberspace cabins, because we will shortly leave to a foreign planet, which is unknown so far. We will explore it in an adventure tour. Hope you enjoy your trip.
The artist group Kaleido Lux transformed motifs from the novel into 4 scenes. Sand painter Chris Kaiser creates beautiful images on a table with astonishing perfection. They are transmitted live to the screen. Peter Nickel on the violoncello and Xoforo on the keyboards underlie the performance with sound that also borrows from classical motifs. The actress Sarah Gross welcomes the guests.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Sandfiction Gaming Pleasure Company, I would like to congratulate you on participating in this exclusive experiment 4K. While your body remains here in perfect harmony and is looked after by the Cybertronic care system, your personal energy travels via synchronous beam to the planet CKPS 18102724, where it takes on a life form of your choice. There you go in search for the most highly developed organism. We will start in 3, 2, 1.
Now Sarah leaves the stage and returns in a new role, one of the members of the cyberspace game. Chris Kaiser begins his live performance with his first image, a landscape in which technoid structures only gradually emerge. On the planet, the players explored the deserted artifacts of an obviously high-tech, human-like civilization.
I want to experience something. You know? The houses are shaped like droplets. There are no doors. There are no windows. Flying is the meaning of getting around. Walking is boring. But this is fun.
The city appears completely abandoned, but the visitors from Earth soon realize that they are being controlled by a barely perceptible entity that closely monitors all their actions. A machine that we now call artificial intelligence.
I feel like I'm being watched. Something is watching us here.
In the next scene, the cyber traveler talks about life on Earth. People have retreated into exciting parallel worlds.
We created this possibility. Everything can be done anytime from home. So, what's the point of being outside when you're safe inside?
The search for the inhabitants of the planet remains fruitless.
Once it must have been the same there on CKPS 18102724. But where are they? They must have been humans. But this was a race with perfect technology, and we are not doing research there. It's no longer about developing ourselves further.
The artificial intelligence appears in the next scene and acts invisibly as a strict judge. In an exhausting trial, the citizens of Earth must now justify their vandalistic behavior on the planet.
The defendants are situated within coordinates 873362, 873357. The individuals were routinely tested by external control after their arrival and registered as highly developed, intelligent organisms. They went towards the city. Abnormal behavior, entering the control center, turning on some machines, significant destruction in the city center due to incorrect control of the machines. Defendant, explain to us why you came to this planet.
It's actually a game. We traveled to other planets and searched the most highly developed organism there.
Do you devote yourselves to knowledge or pleasure?
Sorry, I don't understand. We only do science for pleasure.
So anyone who feels like it can travel to a foreign celestial body without any preparation?
Yes?
Why did you destroy the entire city?
I asked our leader why, and what's the purpose of this? He said, none. But it's fun.
Why did you destroy the machines? Why did you attack and kill your comrades?
I didn't agree with the attack. It was only part of the game. It wasn't against the rules. We didn't do something forbidden.
You have requited one unlawful act with another unlawful act, and have not considered that this does not cancel out the injustice, but doubles it. What would have happened if you had refused?
It would have been cowardly. Everyone would have been against us, also at home. Maybe we would have been banned from playing the game.
Finally, the foreign visitors from Earth are punished by the digital entity with full severity.
The hearing is closed. The logistics system will pronounce the verdict. No legally binding objections to the guilt of the defendants were brought forward. Their crime is to be punished by death in accordance with their own penal code. The defendant has the last word.
We demand to see the people who are around here somewhere.
Up to what epoch are you aware of the history of the people of this planet?
Up to the point in time when you took them down to the lowest floors.
People built the first automatic devices so that these would serve them. Later, they built machines that were capable of self-development, and this is still the case today. It is our duty to serve and protect people. Everything we have done for them and for ourselves has had this sole purpose. I believe we paved the way for their perfect happiness, perfect peace, and perfect safety.
The last scene takes place in the underground of the city, in the Orchid Cage. Here, the inhabitants of this planet vegetate only as flesh torsos, seemingly lifeless, trapped by machines and drugs in eternal life.
An endless row that gets lost in the distance.
These are the people.
The people?
They have evolved further. You can see exactly which organs have developed from which. Development is by no means complete. Here, for example, are the rudiments of a stomach. And here, the heart still exists, although it no longer fulfills any function.
They cannot move.
Why should they move? We supply them with all the sustenance they need. In processed form, it does not need to be digested. There are no waste products.
What are these threads through there?
We use them to produce pleasant ideas, peace, contentment, happiness, and other things for which you have no words.
Don't they think?
Why should they think? Happiness only comes from feeling. Everything else disturbs.
So that's it? No more wishes. Innocence. Just peace.
Do you have any more questions?
No.
Will this also be the future of the human beings? A future that allows humans to be completely imprisoned by eternal happiness in the Orchid Cage? At the end, there was much applause for the team who sent the audience home with many unanswered questions after an extraordinary performance.